Hello, everyone, and welcome. And hello, James. Yes, I lost track of time and looked up, and it's like, you have 1 minute. But is actually happening. All my little trackers are misbehaving. But in any event, welcome, everybody. Welcome. We're going to be playing some more An Amazing Wizard today. Noida-like action RPG. There's been a couple of patches. It is an early access title, but they are definitely moving along with getting some updates in. The one thing I noticed that they did patch was the hitboxes on the shielded goblins, which were kind of annoying to fight because of the way their shields and helmets worked. But that's been adjusted, and several other things. But we'll see if we can get some neat new spell combos going in this. I had some fun last time. We're going to give it at least another stream today before we wait a bit and see what kind of updates they add in after. Twitch notifying me there's an ad and blocking my visibility of chat. Oh. But was wondering if there was going to be a stream and waffled for a bit just before the weather is making my bones hurt. But you know, we're good enough now. We're good enough now. Old man indeed. Old man indeed. But yeah, last time we unlocked some of the... And hello, Paula. Hello, welcome. You're not getting main audio. Let me check something here. Because we should be getting audio through the capture. 1 moment. Here, in the interim, look at the kitties. See if that helps. There we go. There we go. As I was saying, though, last time we'd unlocked the ability to switch to some different classes. They do better with particular elements and worse with some others. Like lightning is really bad at earth and ice. This being default. Let's start with lightning. It's an offensive one. Okay, our normal spell gets the corresponding element. Just check real quick. Green glob. Let's adjust our sound effects down a little bit here. Boy, that's real loud. The menu sounds, I mean. Clonk. But for those of you that weren't here for the last time or aren't familiar with the game, this is an amazing wizard. The general gameplay is action roguelike, but the hook for it, the gimmick, is that you can combine weapons. So, say, merging a lightning strike with a fireball, you could have a fireball that impacts and emits a lightning strike. Then I can take that pattern, I could take that resultant one and combine it with another. So then I might have a gust of wind that on impact emits a bunch of fireballs that cause lightning strikes. Right now, as of currently, the mechanic for that is the more complex the spell, the greater chance of failing to merge it and losing the less complex spell that you're trying to put it together with. That can be a bit frustrating because that is your core scaling mechanism, but the way they have it set up means that you get the crazier spells faster when it works. All right, we're starting with homing arrows. Okay, settings. Menu sounds. Zoop. That'll do. We have our sword. Okay, what sound is that? Because that is super duper loud. Don't think it's sound effects. Okay. This wasn't the case last time. We'll see if that does it. So this is the merge mechanic. Let's check and see what our little arrows do. Okay. We're going to need to get another spell to merge them. But we'll see what that one does once we have options. Oh, well, here we go. Okay, it's dialogue. That's the sound. And you can only mute it or not. Okay, so this creates like a little explodey eggplant looking thing. And it drops it straight down. So it's not really a good one to be a candidate for a primary spell. If it were, it would drop straight down, and then when the bomb goes off, it casts the homing arrow spell. If we switch it, this is when they're launched. Still kind of questionable, but I think it's has more utility. Let's see. Almost 3-second cooldown for 30 mana. 3-second cooldown for 30 mana. So it's about the same each way. Let's do bombs. I want to hold off on this. I want to hold off on that because this is bomb. throws it almost straight down and goes pop. And if this is only when it's launched, it's likely going to drop right at my feet. There's another spell. Firewall. Okay. Might be able to do more with this. Lightning Forge. Add lightning damage. So, one of the things that is in the current build, and I've been told that they're looking at changing some of the whole spellcrafting system. But one of the things that you might not notice are these two little dots here. These are effectively modification slots. Oops, and I clicked something and didn't mean to, but that's a good one to put it on. Let's see if we can spot them here. Nope. But those are slots to add spells to. If it's already full, you can't use it as a source spell anymore, or it has to be as a kind of inserted spell. So ideally, you would get filled up spells and stuff them in the next one and stuff them in the next one. See what we can do with this. So if it's a firewall, it would be with this one, it would spit 1 to 3 bombs out every second and it lasts for 6 seconds. That's good. Arrows into firewall would be nearby. That's every second and a quarter. So I think if we do bombs into arrows, like that, now we have a bomb that casts homing arrows where it blows up. Then if we try to stuff the bomb in this, we have about a 78% chance to get 1 bomb every second. And that's what we have now. So now, instead of just the arrows or just the bomb, I cast a firewall, and it spits out a bunch of bombs every second, which spit out arrows. That's good value for mana. And I still have my auto attack to regen mana. But the cooldown on the firewall is pretty long, so I will have to deal with that. We're not going to open a curse chest. I feel the risk on that is pretty bad because you can get Curse of Death, which seems to be a one hit and you die scenario, which makes the risk surface too big. Frozen Boomerang. I don't like the boomerangs much because of how small the projectile is. It's hard to see where you're throwing. But that may still be worth it to get the fire spell in there. Melee weapons are just kind of a get it off me kind of mechanic. Crystals are monies. There's a key. I could open that door to get that skeleton spell we saw. Still taking a non-trivial amount of damage. Oh. Those arrows are still going towards my cursor. So I can direct the subsequent attack. Fire orbs, also money. Okay. If we take Boomerang into fire, If this fails, I'll keep the firewall because it's the rarer spell. It's got more stars, or the stronger spell. But if I throw the boomerang there, it's only a 2-second recoil because it increases boomerang's cooldown. Makes boomerang real expensive. But when the boomerang lands, it will create a firewall where it was destroyed. Where the boomerang ended up, which will be on me, which, thinking on that, that's not a good combo. Because the boomerang has to come all the way back for that to work. So we'll hold. We want the bestest combos. Let's spend our key here. Okay. Additionally, there is leveling up. You get perks when you do. So make the basic spell rapid fire, but weaker. Similar to this, this is fires really fast, but shorter range and less damage. Still a lot of damage increase on that, but the shorter range is troubling. And this is, if we take damage, we take less and we get money. Also questionable. So this is about a 1-to-1. Let's try Overload. That sounds kind of neat. Okay, range is real bad, but we'll see how that goes. And we've got skeletons again. He gives a little quote whenever he picks stuff up. What if skeletons into that? That would be when one of the summons dies, it would emit skeletons. If we did the other way around, we would get skeletons from the firewalls as well. Even more expensive, even slower. What is our current mana? We've got 300. That's enough space. Oh, we failed. Let's try this. Also failed. See, this is where I think I would prefer that the spells cost more and go slower and that you have a higher chance of succeeding, because it's not like you get infinite spells and failure just says you don't get the toy, you know? You don't get the thing what makes this cool. I do like the rapid fire there, though. Orbitals. Okay, that has some potential. If the orbitals were around the fire, every second it would create the orbital. Or if the orbitals emit the fire, it's if the friendly fire hits something, which is tricky. There we go. So now we have a ridiculous spell. Yeah, wherever that fire lands is death. But I think this is, this is the fun in the game. Just like in Noida, it's, can I make a cool spell? And like I mentioned, I feel like, at least personally, I would have more enjoyment from it. Uh-oh. Okay, well, it actually was a bit of a problem because he was pinned in the corner. And I ended up taking extra damage because it's hard to dodge his attack in a narrow space. But this time we've got a good combo. We've got something rolling. It pretty much destroys whatever's nearby. And I don't know that there's an easy solution to my quandary there, because it is, like we can see, you get real powerful real fast if you get the combos fully online. Button. Arrows pass through walls, it would seem. That's good. Basic spell can snare. Basic spell moves faster. That would actually help, I think, as far as range, potentially. Basic spell is bigger and causes damage. And basic spell can punch through. Let's see what haste does for us. Okay, haste wasn't the right choice. It just gets to the end of its shortened range faster. It's our shop. Let's see, get a heal. Straight up money. Energy ball that shocks. Let's actually take that. Should have just zoomed out the map. I could have done that in one step, but if we do lightning ball into fire, we are very unlikely to succeed if we do it that way. But that would cast the fire where the energy ball hits, which actually isn't much better. Let's keep it as we are. We'll try to make a different spell from the lightning ball. Okay, we have our shop down there. Further down, I guess. These are bouncy blobs. I didn't figure out what they were until somebody told me. But you can jump on them. Okay, we're currently equipped with plus 8, 8, 8. They're all 8. Okay, don't care. Yeah, we've got a solid spell. We will switch to a plus 22 on the sword, though. We'll just save our cooldown on the big spell for now. I have to remember the firewall appears where my cursor is, so I need it close to me for optimal effect on that. Oh, well, that's bad. Okay, you know what? For science. Oh, dang. He is super tough. Worth a try, though. We are doing a lot of damage to him. Nope, there we go. First time he deployed that melee move. Almost got him, though. Okay. Little bit of the vibe of the Servant of the Gods in Noida. You know, break my store and I'll end you kind of thing. So, like, these are building the altars, which give us the different elemental characters here. Let's get the fire one going. These are where we can spend our separate talent trees for each caster type. Efficiency, resistance to the corresponding mana, earth money for kills, but that'll take a bit to get. Max health for all characters. I think that's actually good. So there are universal perks that we unlock, in addition to class-specific ones. These guys unlock extra spells using the mana that we get. Like here's Gravity Tornado that we can unlock. Pierces walls, explodes when it hits an enemy, causes fear. It'll dump the rest in there. You can find blueprints. Huh. Apparently explosion cost more prior. So we've unlocked explosion in addition to that. We'll have freeze zone soon. Tap. Yeah. When you first unlock them, you can pick them up. But you can only carry 3, so if you don't unlock them in a timely fashion... let's do Arcane for now, because we've got 3 different elements already loaded. Gravity Changer. Okay, so the floating apple says it will push projectiles away and objects. Okay, we have slash, which is kind of a melee move. Let's see how they fire here. Explosion blows up on cursor, which probably means it blows up on impact most of the time. We have our little slash here. Don't like the slash as much. They fill the same role as the sword. Okay, tornado. That emits outward towards the cursor and is interesting in that it will pull enemies. If it's the primary and we have explosion, it's when an enemy is hit by the tornado. And this says it does damage per second. About bombs. Bombs is when the tornado ends. Okay, this is another when hit. So can we get crazy here? Yes. Okay. We have, it throws out the tornado. When it hits an enemy, and I'm hoping it's when it strikes the enemy, not when it touches them the first time, it will cause an explosion, and it will cause 2 to 3 storm slashes. And while we can't see it, those storm slashes create multiple arcane bombs. So, big, expensive. Okay, well, it just evaporated that fairy, so not a good test. Same there. I mean, it's good to evaporate the enemy. Hey there, Levi. Welcome, welcome. But we have the beginnings of good. I think that's solid by itself. Fairies is a summon, and Frost Zone is a persistent. Frost Zone lasts for 4 seconds, and this would cause protectors twice during its duration. The first time, like the moment an ability that generates them per unit time fires, like the 0 second it will cast its spell to. So that's still useful to us. That on Q, that on E. So fairy immediately, and before it ends, we should get another. Can slash through floors, and a lot of spells can shoot through those floors, but the base spell will not go through a floor. I mean, it does a lot of damage. It just eats my whole mana bar. How you doing today, Levi? Gorgon's Gaze in some money. What did we pick up? Basic spells can inflict petrification. Just in general, or are you trying to clip something? I mean, make my basic spell that much more dangerous. Well, that's weird. Okay, let's take the health potion, take the lightning orb, take the key. It's like Gorgon's song that will sleep them. And it's a burst at location. Since it's a status condition, though, there are a lot of things that are resistant to it. So I'm not in a big hurry to spend my my key on that. Okay, yeah, that just annihilates things. But it takes a little under half my mana to fire, so I need to make sure my basic spell stays useful. Throw some minions out on them here. He managed to survive. That's devastating. Monies, key, chaos extractor. Okay, well, we get more chaos monies. Yx, that's an interesting idea. Getting the firewall in there with the tornado. We'll have to see if we can pull it off. Okay, Overload was interesting, but I prefer to have some range. Let's just get more monies. Yeah, it just kind of one-shots things. Mission accomplished. I feel like if I'd had this spell when I tried to kill the merchant, I would have succeeded. We were real close. Bigger orbs. There's meteorite, too. Yeah, we'll save our monies. Have anything I can sell? Yeah. We'll hold off on that one. I like the idea of trying to stuff this spell in another spell, though. Since it's a rarity 3, or it's a 3-star at the moment, we don't have to worry as much about we don't have to really worry about losing it. Very improbable that this will work. Berserk is real slow. Come on, it's worth a shot. These are all worth a shot. I don't want to put it together with that. Those were all worth it because it's not like I'm actually casting anything else. Also, hello, Tass. DX, hello. We are continuing experiments in magic science. That's a door that opens to a switch, like this one. Oh yeah, that would go everywhere, and the walls are target at cursors, so I could essentially say everything in this room dies now. Hey, Laura. Thing we can do down there. Well, we might as well smash that. We weren't here for it. I tried to fight the shopkeeper. I got him down to like 20%, but he managed to tag me and he hits real hard. Yeah, let's add some lightning damage to our base spell. Okay, generate air monies. We don't really do... Well, we do some chaos damage, but I don't think the tornado is really doing most of the work. The explosion, the slash, and the arcane bombs that it emits, I think, are doing the work. Well, we definitely can't do that. Lose mana from taking hits, and spells cost more. It already costs most of our mana altogether. So we'll just get some free monies. Okay, carry that health potion. Okay, we have a slight upgrade there. Anybody else want to try? It's like there should be more of them. There we go. Yeah, I'll pay that money. Get another orbital. Projectiles have a boomerang effect. And big healing potion. All right. Oh, it lasts longer because a little longer. It comes back to me. That's going to be a whole thing for the enemies. All right. Stress test. It is per moment hit. Pretty much all of the other enemies have been dying in the opening hit. Every time the tornado ticks damage, it explodes. It hits them with a slash that can bleed them, and that slash emits a whole bunch of bombs that explode around them. Yeah, basic spell hits harder. Cone-shaped arcane wave that deals damage to enemies. Every 6th wave is bigger. Well, we're taking spells not because we really want those spells, but because we want those spells to cast our bigger spell. I don't think we'll be using Arcane Wave for it, though. Its range is bad. Oh, we got to take both. We didn't get hit. If you don't get hit by the boss, you get both. Get wrecked. That is the time treasure. If you get through the level real fast, you can take that one. Then I guess if you have a movement-related power to jump up, you could get that. Brutal. Burst that pierces enemies. Okay, that could be a winner. Summon Dark Puppy. Runs around and forces nearby enemies to attack him. Well, all of these are worth a try. So let's see. Dark Puppy would be... That's when the monster attacks, when the Dark Puppy would attack. But does the Dark Puppy attack? Okay, when this projectile ends, it would create more of these. Now, if I did this... this spell is cheap and normally cheap and fast. Like, the cooldown is real low. But it's going to cost us a ridiculous amount to cast it anyway. So we're only going to get like 2 shots off. But it would greatly increase the number of tornadoes that are generated into the environment. But I am real curious. It was worth a try. One destroyed. This is when cast. This one didn't look like it was going to do much more for us. Let's see. This one would be 139. This one would be 100. Let's try. Oh, man. Okay. I don't have control over where they go. But I'm firing 3 of them at once now. If that spell hits an enemy, I get Berserk, and there was one other effect that we had on it. Oh, Power of Bones. So any enemy that is hit by the wind burst triggers Berserk on me and causes or creates a field that causes Berserk. I don't really know. But it will also summon a bunch of skeletons to fight for me. Just so. Both of these spells are just wrong. In the best way. So the auto attack being good is useful because you need that to regenerate mana with any good speed. Alright, that chest emitted a snare field when it... Oh, no, that's him doing it. Come here, you. They generally don't live long enough for it to tick multiple times on them. Alright, he was going after the skeleton, but tagged me, and I didn't, do anything about it. Hey, healing potion, no harm. Yeah. I mean, same with the game we're working on. There's a great deal of careful balance that goes on with this to make it work. It's... If they tweak the ability to generate these too much... It's too easy to get too powerful, you know? Goblin shield guys can just kind of eat a projectile if it hits their shield. It was already open when I touched it. And it said open door, and by opening the door it closed it, but then reset its nature to being, closed properly. Generate lightning monies on hit. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, right there, he just ate the projectile. The pole, you launched him into the air. There we go. Hitting enemies from behind isn't going to be reliable. Can snare things around me. That might be useful. Let's do that. Very slight cold field. Oh, that was a cheater move, dropping on me like that. Only I get to do that. if they even just touch that thing, it's death. Oh. I just kind of appeared. To some extent, it might be the fault of my tornado, because if they get close enough to it, it launches them into it. And I guess if it ultimately works, there you go. And hey there, all. Lesser fire. Oh. Come here, you. I need to be careful not to hit him too much. All orbiting objects move faster and fire faster. Oh, we're taking that. You're going to be spell fodder. The Mime Mask. Petrify, freeze, fear, or confuse something that hits you. Deal. Be nice to be able to tell where the functional edge of the map is. Since you take damage if you fall off, you do get kind of an idea of where it is because of the mini-map. Since the mini-map will stop, like this is the bottom of the world. If you get far enough down, you can tell where the bottom of the world generally is, but... yeah, his shield can negate all projectiles. Okay, so if we do Fireball into Windburst, that would be a Fireball that fires 2 to 3 of those Wind Bursts, which cause Berserk when they hit, which cast like 1 to 3 or a few skeleton summons. It's worth a try. It's always worth a try. Wizard's blood has fascinating properties, and I'd love to study it. You want me to become your guinea pig? Not so sure about that. Nothing like that. I'd just like you to look at your blood if you're willing to lend me some. I would just like to look at your blood if you'd lend me some of it. Wait, I'll be right back. No, you may not have my HPs. The reward might have been good, but I'm not going to risk, one, being instantly killed given the number, or spending the HP on it. Spending my potions on it, you know? Zombie Blast is like the spell that's triggering my super spell at the moment. That was a mini-boss. We're gonna drink a little potion here. So that tornado started pulling him towards the tornado, and then the tornado recoiled and just sort of slingshotted him towards me. That is like a trap room. This guy is the smithy. I take this weapon and I put this spell in it. Because I want to still be able to cast that one base. What's that do? Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be neat. Now, it gives my sword a non-trivial cooldown, but now I have a mana-free version of that Wind Blast spell. This is good. Alright, this will be a enemy arena here. Stomp regenerates mana when I hit enemies, but I'm not using Stomp a lot. Creepy faces if I get hit. I don't know that 15% off enemy health is necessarily worth it, given that I'm liquefying them in one hit. Here's our exit, you know? Some space up there. Okay. Okay, further up it is. And let's top up a bit here. Well, a lot of things happened all at once right there. Dodging my death spells. Oh, that was an elite. Ah, thanks for the resub there, Levi. 1.5 years, yeah, 18 months now. Oh. I wasn't even using the super weapon. Well then. Oh, you're new. Introduce yourself. I've never seen you here before. How did you get past my guards? Violence. The cause of and solution to all of my problems. I don't know my name, but some call me an amazing wizard. Oh, thanks for the sub, Lore. I was wondering what was happening, and then I remembered that I have an audio cue that plays when I get a when somebody does something like that. Oh, cough, cough. Don't insult me, magnificent Freya, Queen of Ice. You may end up as a statue in my palace, like those 2 soldiers near me. Choose your words more wisely if you don't want to share their fate. You don't look too dangerous. I doubt you can do anything to me. I will not tolerate further exaltation. I feel like that's a mistranslation. So, is she saying that she won't tolerate me bragging about how cool I am anymore? Or is it that she is supposed to be saying she won't tolerate any more insults? Because for the former, exaltation is still kind of a stretch, and for the latter, exaltation is wrong. Be punished in the name of my people. Mighty Dragon and Divine Wolf, once again lend me your powers. Guess those would be the heads up above her. Well, she's definitely doing things. And she did manage to hit me. Want to tell me more about my madness or my prophecy? Trust me that it's better that you don't know much about it. Call me crazy and don't even want to explain why. Say that you are the madman here. Tell me why you wanted to kill us so badly then. Why do you fight our soldiers all the time? What have we done to you? You're standing on my way to freedom, in my way to freedom. Or just in my way. Or in the way of my freedom. What else should I do? You have invaded our world. We're just defending ourselves. do you mean? Just let me pass without fighting, then. We can't do that. You must retreat. What kind of twisted logic is this? Shock enemies while dashing, or Toxic Slash, which is akin to the air blade that's in the tornado. No, more spells. Always more spells. Because with more spells, we might be able to make cool additional spells. To a fire world this time. Of the hell. Hey, those are some of the things the merchant summoned. Okay, we got a bunch of toys. These are the homing arrows aren't homing arrows. They move towards wherever you're pointing the cursor, but it's more that they get cast in that direction. So if it was lightning strike with homing arrows, it's where the lightning strike lands, homing arrows will start to be summoned and move towards the cursor. The other way around, it's when the homing arrow projectile ends, when it hits, it creates lightning. Berserk into lightning is where Berserk is cast, multiple lightning strikes. Then is where cast, it goes off. So this is when hit. That could be where we go here. Merge that. That. It's worth a try. So this buff's on me at the moment. Okay, that won't work. When casting it, it's not really worth going for there. There we go. So this is here. It's a nice little close range spell, and it is cheaper than it probably should be. I'm getting like a repulsion effect out of them. Or I'm just getting unlucky with my tornadoes. Much better. I'm guessing 5-star is the most you can have. Now that's a sword. Noticeable recoil, but I'm gonna hoard some money so we can get upgrades. That will hurt us, but we do have lots of those vulture things are durable. Deal damage while dashing. Boing. Got some good ones. We've got some good ones made now. Things are moving along. You know. Oh. Those little circly things. Oh, I'm guessing there's an association between the top one and the color. They are not invincible. Enemies are getting progressively beefier here. Button. Get the loot. There's another switch around for that. There was a key that we could use to open it. We're not opening the cursed chest. The risk is just too high. Okay, that's where that switch is. I wonder, there's got to be some jump assist spells. Oh, you're a biggin. And now you're dead. We took some fire hits. Let's mitigate that. Hard to spot some of the projectiles in the mayhem. Yeah. Okay, health potion, good. Orbital's even faster and stronger. Hey, JD. Welcome. We are playing some more An Amazing Wizard. We're making OP spells and blowing things up with them. Okay, I'm not spending my health in the trap room. I've shown that I'm not great at them in the last playthrough there. I'm gonna hold off on that. I don't. Another gravity tornado. Something tagged me with a bleed. Okay, little gremlin guys there can... There we go. They have like a fast-moving arcane bolt. Pile of monies. We like monies. Well, if you had some healing potions, I'd be all about that right now, Mr. Merchant. How are we doing for spells? Thought I had another. Oh, there it is. It's hard to spot. If we can get another projectile, we might be able to make another cool combo. guys are tough. Oh, another arcane bomb. All right, well, our options are converging. We have few areas left to go. It's charged. We're still getting, like, chip damaged when we're engaging here. Oh. Additional enemy projectile blocks. The orbit is very eccentric. Gain monies on hit. You know what? There. When my big spell hits something, I might get fire monies. Hey, Madeline. Things are going well today. Well, now. Bones were aching earlier. But all is now well. Yeah, I think as much as anything, the tornadoes are occasionally just sort of launching enemies into me. Which I guess, you know, fair price to pay for awesome. It's a switch locked behind a door operated by the same kind of switch. Do I play any other games? Yes. This game was suggested to us by a viewer as a, you know, freshly released title akin to something that we used to play a lot. But right now, aside from this, our current game on stream is the 100 line, Last Defense Academy. And we are also ideally going to get back into some coding streams, work on our own game. The random nature of our spell taking its toll there for a moment. We have a great deal of fire monies at the moment. Okay. Do we have... How many times do we have to tell you not to come back here? Explain your actions to me. You can't let me pass, and you call me crazy because I'm fighting against you and all your subordinates. Are you gonna tell me something about it, or do you want to be beaten by my magic hands first? Magic hands. I feel like he has to say it that way. Magic hands, and have the hands do little jazz hands. You're not ready to hear the truth about yourself or your prophecy, wizard. Accept this simple fact and don't come back here. We go again. The circle of beating you up and then listening to your nonsense about some mysterious prophecy. You say that so easily, as if you have any chance of defeating me. Don't make me laugh, foolish creature. This time I will demonstrate to you some of my hidden true powers. But you got a lot of HPs this time. Losing track of where I was. Well, with a couple of spells, we quartered him, so... Alright, we got a lot of monies, and we can definitely unlock Fire Mage altar. Ooh, big ol' Molten Phoenix. Ice altar. Frozen Unphoenix. Air altar. Two-headed Cloud Dragon. And Chaos altar. Tentacles. Okay, we'll revisit those in a moment. Two-headed dragon. I had no idea that such magnificent creatures like you even existed. We are the Cloud Dragon. We are the ones with the wind. We are the ones with the wind, and are noble members of the 7 great astral guardians. Is it meant to be we are one with the wind? We are the ones with the wind just sounds like they're gassy. What brings you to us, child of destiny? And you even speak from both heads at the same time. Wonder what kind of magic that is. The magic of having 2 heads. Looking for strength and want to know the truth about myself. I've lost my memories and would like to know the source of my power. Came to the right place then. You see, the winds are getting weaker by the day. Without wind, it will be too hot in many places and too cold in others to live. After the rains, the moist air would remain in place, making the deserts even drier. On the tropics, it would be even harder to breathe, and all animals would slowly die out. Got kind of a early Final Fantasy vibe. The power of the elements is being sapped by the elemental evils, kind of thing. Be a complete disaster, but this world can be saved if you sacrifice as many air points to us as possible. They went from there's a great elemental calamity to hard sales pretty quickly there. And for the low price of $99.99 in 3 easiest installments, you too can save the Earth. Allow us to create more winds and thus restore this dying world. I had no idea that winds are so important in the world. I'll gladly help you. Wish I could pet you, but your body is going through me. So, while saying that, it gives the impression that he's trying to touch the dragon. You really are still a child. Okay, unlock Air Wizard. Their global upgrade is, mana per second. Yeah. Yeah, mana per second. That's basic spell damage, and then eventually even more mana regeneration. That is worth a bunch of points. More mana per second means more ridiculous spells per second. Come closer. Don't be scared, child of darkness. Me, the Void Eye, has foreseen your dark future. Don't listen to or trust other astral guardians, my child. We'll talk more after you do something terrible to this world. Your fate can't be altered, and this will come sooner than you think. You are just being used by everyone. Why does every clairvoyant have to speak in such a mysterious way, instead of saying directly what exactly awaits me in the future? My images are always hidden behind the mist, and I can't see everything clearly. No matter what I do, your destiny will still be fulfilled. Moreover, it is not easy to search through an infinite amount of multi-worlds for future images. All I can say is that you should not seek the truth in the source of your power, but I know that this is exactly the dark path you will follow. I can bless you with the powers of chaos if you sacrifice chaos points to me. I will even let you absorb the chaos essence and become a chaos wizard. Other astral guardians have mentioned they want to rebuild this world. Aren't you just going to use me to make yourself stronger? Remember, everything started with chaos. Chaos is everything. Chaos is needed in the world more than you think. Nature always strives for disordered chaos. Think of your dark future that cannot be changed. You will need the power of chaos to continue your adventure when it comes. I feel like every other word you say is chaos or dark. However, I must become stronger at all costs. I feel that something inside me is telling me to accept your offer. Chaos magic. Let's see, their base bonuses is... Oh, well, this is worthwhile. These are fast travel portals in the astral plane. Oh, faster XP. Chaos Forge. Ah, okay. Not done yet. Okay, very similar progression. But let's get more XP on our jobs there a little bit. Let's check our chaos magic before we spend all of our points here. Same with fire. Artifacts, smithy, mage. Let's at least get the chaos ball in here. Many Cupid arrows for the next 1 second. Each arrow deals damage and charms enemies. That one. And that one. Okay, rain of arrows kind of dealy. And a wiggly explosive. I attempt to stream daily, Madeline. The goal is to stream daily. We've had some difficulties with that recently, but this week is looking good. But daily around 4 p.m. U.S. Central Time. May get some earlier ones in the near future, but generally 4 p.m. U.S. Central. Okay, we've got some base arcane we can still spend. And some ice we can still spend. There are currently only the lightning weapons to unlock. Let's get the Zeus Spear. And we'll start down the road of the Zeus Wand. Spend some ice magic. Oh, wizard boy, would you like to become a hero and help me restore part of this world? Oh, well, Icebird is very straightforward compared to the others. What I would like to restore the most are my memories. I don't even know how I ended up in this place, or how my own powers work. If you're interested in seeing the other kind of stuff that we have streamed in our streaming, Medellin, my YouTube channel does have all of my VODs. I've started having them on Twitch as well, but, you know, Twitch won't have all of them because of the storage limits that they have imposed. How about we make a deal then? You bring and sacrifice for me as many ice points as possible, and I'll make you stronger in return. In addition, maybe I'll say something about you later. Yeah, tell me something about yourself first. How do you know anything about me? Have we met before? I did not, Medellin. This live 2D model was made by Animation Studios, by Inkjet and Dende, rigger and modeler, of course, respectively. I'm Ice Phoenix, one of the 7 great astral guardians. While ice points are the source of my power, I need them to restore the frosty part of this world. I can't answer your questions, at least not right now. Oh, there's also a chance that you'll meet Fire Phoenix soon. How did I pay them for the model? I got the model through Fiverr. Initially. And thus with monies. He's very impulsive and can't accept the fact that I'm stronger and smarter than him. But he can be trusted. After all, we're both born of the same creature. Why does everyone keep telling me that they can't tell me anything, or that I have to find the truth myself? It's so annoying. Anyway, fine, I'll search for ice points and sacrifice them to you, but you better tell me anything about me later. Something about me, or tell me anything later. Ice Mage. And let's see here. Spell critical chance increased by 0.5% crit per. We'll leave that alone for the time being. Meanwhile, on the fire side, at this time, Medellin, no, I don't need any current art assets or anything. Got all of the emotes and backgrounds and character art and all that I need. Hey kid, did you want to get some cool powers like the ability to resurrect, strengthen fire spells, and even absorb the fire element? And to become a fire wizard? Feels like he's, you know, offering me a free sample of something that he will charge gratuitously for later. Why should I trust some random firebird like you? How dare you call me, Fire Phoenix, one of the 7 great astral guardians? Just a random bird. I offered you great power and you treat me like this? You must be in collusion with the Ice Phoenix. Collusion. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry. I just didn't know anything about you and you started our conversation in a really weird way. Being one of the 7 astral guardians sounds really amazing. How can I help you, oh great Fire Phoenix? As you can see, we failed to defend the astral world, but just as the phoenix can be reborn from the ashes, this world can return to its former splendor. Do this, give me fire points. In return, I will bless you with the power of fire. I can't leave this place on my own because being one of the astral guardians means that I'm bound to it. So what is your answer? Not gonna lie, being able to be reborn and absorb the fire element sounds really wonderful, so I'll give it a try. Fire magic, sign me up! Basic spell damage increased. Yeah. Fire Forge. Then Fire Wizard specific stuff. Neat. Let's make sure that we got all the flamethrower. We'll finish our freezy zone. Frost slash. Okay. And we'll spend some ice on some other things. Animal Planet. Cathead begins to orbit around you, which has 5 animals orbiting around it. Each deals 4 to 20 damage. Oh, neat. Ice Queen's Hourglass slows enemy projectiles. Well, we'll unlock the Devilish Parasite and then dump the remainder in the Hourglass, since we wouldn't have unlocked the Hourglass anyway. Magma Stone is another orbital. We got a lot of orbitals unlocked. These are technically dropping on the ground while I'm doing this, but and I don't think we'll be able to bring all of them, but every 4 one impact every 4 seconds, but it's an exploding orbital. Oh, makes base spell Splody. Oh, spell crit. And then, let's see. Move a little faster is the better of the two. In my mind. Forbidden Magic to cancel cooldown. That's good. Another orbital. Basic spell gains piercing, can inflict confusion, but loses range. All of your projectiles gain homing. That'll be a good one to unlock eventually. So there's the Magma Stone and the Animal Planet rotating head there. That's got to be kind of bonkers if you get the size increase ones. Let's see. Potentially more spells. Looks like it would be 1.5% maxed out. Perk rerolls. And store a bit of the money. This one. Max enchantment slots. If a spell doesn't have an element, then it starts with enchantments. can re-roll the shop. Slight healing upgrade between levels. Okay. Like we've noticed before, there's a lot of... They've already got a lot of content planned for the game. I like that. There's a lot going for this. With that said, though, I think we're going to end a little bit early today. As I mentioned, we're aching a little bit here. So we'll wrap up here. I do not have streams planned for the remainder of the week. As in, I don't have them up yet. Hey there, Zane. You're catching us just at the end. But we will be getting them in there. I think we'll probably do... we're probably going to do some more 100 line and potentially one more of this. I don't want to overplay a early access. At this stage, what we're probably going to do is wait for content drops in the early access game and revisit it. I think there's a lot of potential in this one. Like, a great deal of potential. So we will revisit it, but I think not immediately. Let's switch off the desktop sound so you don't have to hear that. But yeah, probably more 100 line, and if something else comes up, we may slide that into the rotation as well. But we'll have to see. Well, I hope everybody had a good time watching with us tonight. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, remember to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff. And if you'd like to consider financially supporting the channel, you can do so through membership, subscriptions, all the things that the platforms offer, as well as through things like Patreon, Coffee, Throne, that sort of stuff. But with all of that said, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.